What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Friday. Got 12 games here tonight. It's going to be a good one. I got it broken down with 6 of my favorite plays on the slate. Before we get going, spam up that like button. Shows a lot of support. Thank you. It really helps me out. Let's try to get over 70 likes in this one, and let's hop right into it. So first guy up, the pitching up top is nothing that I really like, honestly, here tonight. I mean, some guys that are very up and down. Only 2 of them really have good strikeout rates, like Clevenger and Robbie Wright. Lance Lynn is pretty solid too, but I just don't know if I want to pay $11,700 for him in Texas. And the Angels don't really strike out that much, and neither do the Nationals. And the Nationals are very good against lefties. So I think my first guy gonna get a little risky and gonna go with Steven Matz here at 7,700. He definitely has not been good this year, but against Pittsburgh last time out, the guy did very well. 40 DraftKings points. I typically get a little worried about when a pitcher is facing the same team back to back. But if he can just do half of what he did last game, then 20 DraftKings points is going to be good value. And he's had really good stuff against his team, even prior to last start, I believe. He had a 209 WOBA against them and 52 at bat, so pretty solid stuff. The Pirates have been pretty damn bad against lefties so far this year, and it's going to be a good pitching environment in Pittsburgh as well. So I think Steven Matz at 7,700 can settle in, hopefully, again here. He was pretty solid against San Fran the time before, so hopefully he's kind of turning a corner. This is a guy that's been having a lot of up and downs in his career, and hopefully this is another up where he kind of picks it up before the end of the season. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then we're going to go with the most hyped pitcher on the slate, and that's going to be Dustin May here at 7,600. His first start as a pro, and it's coming in a pretty good spot here against San Diego, a team that does strike out a lot. They have the second highest K rate on the slate, and this is a very good prospect based on everything I've seen. He was rated out as probably the first or the second best prospect for the Dodgers this year, and he has some good stuff. I mean, he's a good 3-pitch arsenal where he has elite stuff with those pitches. And against the San Diego lineup, they're pretty good. They did lose one of their better bats in Franmil Reyes in that trade, and but I just think that Dustin May can do enough here. Vegas likes him a good amount. They're only implied around 3.6 runs, and at 7,600. The only thing I really worry about is if Dave Roberts is super kind of safe with him and only gives him 70 pitches. But hopefully, if he can just have a good start in this game, get a few good innings, quicker innings in the beginning, and then maybe if he lets off the gas a little bit, but still he's just showing enough where Dave Roberts keeps him in. Hopefully that's the case. That's the one thing that's his downside, but if he can just start this game off well, show off why he's such a highly touted prospect, then he could have a really good start. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. That leaves us with a ton of money remaining to pay for some bats, and there's a ton of good bats on the slate. It was honestly tough for me to pick which one I wanted to go with, but Jose Altuve is going to be my first one. So going against the lefty, and Altuve has been an absolute monster recently. Look at the last 10 games, 13.3 DK points per game, batting 500 in those 10 games, 3 home runs, and going against the lefty in Kikuchi here tonight. He's been very bad this year, allowing 1.9 home runs per 9 on the season, and Altuve has been very elite against lefties so far. 413 ISO, I believe. 7 out of his 16 home runs have come against lefties, and has a 522 WOBA against them. And they're also implied around 6.3 runs currently. So the Astros, I think they can put up a big number against this team. And I'm going to be pairing up with someone else in just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there, though, for the time being. Then we're going to go with JD Martinez as well, if I could spell his name correctly, at 4,800, going against James Paxton. Paxton was knocked around, to say the least, against the Red Sox last time out, and that was in Fenway Park, and now he has to pitch against them in Yankee Stadium, a much better park to hit home runs in. And JD Martinez has some really good BVP against them, 6 for 13, a double, a triple, and a home run. And against lefties on the season, 500 ISO, 535 WOBA. So probably the best splits you'll see against lefties. Similar to Altuve, 2 of the best lefty hitters so far this year that I've seen. And this is a park upgrade for him as well, like I mentioned, in Yankee Stadium. JD Martinez has been hitting very well recently. Similar to Altuve, 13.3 fantasy points per game, 4 home runs, and at 4,800 for a guy of his ability against the lefties this year. And it's not like Paxton has been that good, honestly, as of late. He's allowing a good amount of home runs to righties, and JD Martinez is a guy that matches up well with them. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. Then I'm going to pair him with George Springer. Altuve, that is, like I mentioned, I wanted to get another Astro in there. I think George Springer is the guy to look at. The leadoff hitter can definitely get up to 5 at-bats here. Like I mentioned, they're applied over 6 runs. So Vegas thinks they can definitely get over, or Springer can definitely get over 5 at-bats here in this game. And I think it's a really good stack for upside-wise with him and Altuve, 2 of the best lefty hitters in the league. George Springer has been very consistent hitting lefties throughout his career, and I don't think anything's going to change against a bad pitcher in Kikuchi and a really bad bullpen as well. So if they even get to another guy in the bullpen, they're going to be really bad most likely. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter. For my final guy, I'm going to be a little bit different here with Jonathan Villar at 4,600. I feel like he could kind of go under the radar a little bit. This is a guy his bat's been heating up recently as well. 12.5 DK points per game in the last 10, and has that stolen base ability. That's the main reason why I really like him, because to go along with his hitting ability recently, he has a really good shot at getting a stolen base if he can get on first. So Sam Gaviglio is going to be on the spot start because they did just trade Aaron Sanchez, and this is his first start of the year, so there can definitely be some rust kind of transferring from being the bullpen all year back to a starting pitcher, and I think he could struggle definitely. Villar, like I mentioned, the stolen base ability really hinges on the fact that Gaviglio in 24 starts last year, he allowed 18 stolen bases, so people were really stealing stealing bases on him. And I think Jonathan Villar is one of the best stolen base guys in the league. 23 stolen bases and like 100 games, so really good stuff out of him. And that gives him that nice floor and also that really good ceiling. Like this game here, he had 1 stolen base, 3 hits and a double, 2 RBIs, had 22 DraftKings points without even hitting a home run. And 1 hit here, a run, a stolen base, still 10 DraftKings points. So kind of shows that floor. And if he can get the hits to go along with it, he is at a really good upside. 38 DraftKings points here with 3 stolen bases. I think that game went to extra innings. I'm guessing he got 8 at bats, but still the case kind of stands there. Like I mentioned, even if he gets like 2 or 3 hits, if he gets that stolen base, he's gonna have some really good upside. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. And you still have 37.50 remaining per player, so you can have a really stacked hitting lineup here tonight with MATZ and DUSTIN, man. Just hope that they can hold the fort down. I think it really comes down to Steven Matz. If he can be the good Steven Matz, that he's very up and down, but at that price tag, I think he's well worth it. So good luck here tonight, though. Slap a like in the video before you head out. Over 70 likes is the goal. Let's see if we can hit that. Thank you if we can. Hit that sub button, too, so you don't miss out on any more of these DFS picks. Good luck. Hope you guys win some money. Enjoy your Friday night, and we'll see you back here again next time.